top story tonight. President Obama hit the road today as part of a 4-state, 2-day-long trip to promote the issues he raised in last night's State of the Union address. Steve Handelsman shows how the president plans to move beyond the partisan battle on Capitol Hill to help Americans who are falling further behind.
President Obama went to a Costco outside D.C. to push raising the minimum wage, one of his State of the Union themes. Costco workers average more than double the $7.25 federal minimum.
If you work hard, you should be able to pay your rent, buy your groceries, look after your kids.
He's ordering a hike to $10.10 for workers on new federal projects.
While Congress decides whether it's going to raise the minimum wage or not, people outside of Washington are not waiting for Congress, and I'm not either.
That's a new Obama vow, to go it alone when he can to help the working class. Here at Costco, a lot of people favor that. You're not an Obama supporter, but you like the idea of him taking action on his own.
I do. The Republicans, after the whole gridlock mess, they've lost a lot of clout in my book.
But some of those Republicans are objecting.
And in America, we do have a president. We don't have a king.
But in Pittsburgh, Mr. Obama signed another executive order setting up the new MyRA retirement bond. And he toured a steel plant to talk up that move. But Republicans blamed him for low-wage U.S. workers doing worse.
Unfortunately, under the president's health care law, we see more and more people being forced into part-time work, a part-time economy.
Partisan battling? That's still full-time work in Washington. I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News, Capitol Hill.
That $10.10 minimum wage raise proposal is not making Republicans happy. They are still opposed to hiking the federal minimum wage. And locally, some people watched, but others said they had no interest. Those who we talked to today who did watch say they didn't agree with Obama's choice to pursue executive orders, but understand the difficulty of getting Congress to agree to his agenda, while also criticizing them.
I'm not a supporter of the president. I'm not a non-supporter of him. I just think that in the current system, it's hard to get anything done.
Which is why you also see him saying that he's going to use all of the executive power that he has at his command to, what he said, help American families.
During the president's administration, he has signed just 168 executive orders. 147 of those he issued in his first term, the fewest of any president in more than a century. And Mr. George W. and Mrs. Barbara Bush were just a couple of the big political names on A&M's campus today to hear a lecture on the national debt crisis. KAGS HD News reporter So-Young Kim joins us now in studio. And So-Young, you say the crowd heard from the two co-chairs of the National Commission of Fiscal Responsibility.